to export our Chrome extension. First, we're going to click preview up here in the top right. So one great thing about Bildr as well is that you can preview your extensions or pages, your builds prior to publishing them. So we'll click preview and Rarity Finder here. We're going to open up that live view, and it's not going to dynamically work or do anything, but we will need this URL just for the purpose of exporting our Chrome extension. So I'm going to copy that URL from our preview, and then we'll click into our page here. Into our page properties, and we'll scroll to the bottom, and as you can see here, there's an option to export the Chrome extension. If you don't see this option, you'll need to upgrade to the Bildr Pro plan to be able to export your page as a Chrome extension. So I'm going to click that, and we can see that there's a few basic fields here for basic information. So we could put in an optional short name, keep it at version 1. We will add a description. And here where it says homepage URL and main page URL, that's where we're going to paste in that preview URL. And we can add an icon, which would just be the icon that you see up here in your toolbar for your Chrome extension. So I'm going to add an icon here. Great, so we have a little diamond icon, Rarity Finder icon. And in terms of styling, I like to do a floating panel, and we'll keep the positioning. That's all fine. Width 400, and we'll do height 400 as well, because this is a really small Chrome extension. It's only one line and one button, so it doesn't need to be the full length of the page. Excellent. So all of that is complete, and we will export our Chrome extension. So you should have a zip file that has been added to your downloads folder or your desktop or wherever your downloads go from your browser. And what you'll need to do is you'll just need to double click that zip file wherever it's located on your computer so that it's unpacked and effectively opened up into a folder. So I've gone ahead and done that. I've unpacked the zip folder. And the next thing that we'll need to do is in Chrome, we'll navigate to extensions, which you can get to via preferences. If we go into Chrome and preferences here, and then you'll see extensions at the bottom left. So you can open up Chrome extensions, or you could type it into your browser as Chrome://extensions, and that'll open it up as well. So we want to make sure that developer mode is switched on so that you have the ability to load that unpacked file. So we're going to click Load Unpacked, and then you'll open up that folder wherever you have it. Looks like I need to add a shortened name there. Let's go back to exporting our Chrome extension. Let's go short name, Rarity Find. Everything else is the same, and let's try exporting again. Great, so I've unpacked the zip folder, and we'll go back into our extensions here, and let's try this. Perfect, so that worked. So that optional, that optional short name in Bildr looks like it is necessary. So add that short name in there, and everything should work out just fine. So we have our Rarity Finder here. We can see our little diamond icon is there, and what I can do is I can pin it to my toolbar here at the top. So let's add that pin, and there it is right there. Okay, so let's test it out. Here we go, moment of truth. So we'll head over to OpenSea, we'll go back, and let's pick a new ape here. So our Chrome extension is designed to work on the individual asset pages. So as opposed to this collection page, what we want to do is click into one of these collection assets. So let's go with 1067 here. And on this page now, we open up our extension. Let's just reload it. That's opening up our demo. Okay, let's try this again. Perfect, there it is. So we have 1067 Board 8 Yacht Club, OpenSea, which is essentially the page title here, and then we have our check rarity button. So let's click this and see what happens. So it looks like we are missing our formatted asset number. Let's see what's going on here. So if we go back into our flows and our open URL, we have rarity tools, we have our lowercase collection name that came through. Yep. And we have our view, and then we need our formatted asset number, which looks like it is there. Okay, let's try breaking up this get asset number into 2 actions instead of 1. So we're going to add another flow here, and we'll remove this set variable and put it into another action. So let's go with new flow. We'll call this action 4.5, which is now going to be get formatted asset number. So create that flow. The beauty of Bildr actually is that now that we've exported our Chrome extension, it's going to update live, so we can make these changes and then just reload it on the page without having to re-export it. So we'll give this a try and see if it will work out. So what do we have here? We have our set variable, our formatted asset number. So we're actually going to get rid of these 2 steps. And instead we'll move them over here. So we're going to add the set variable step. Target page is the current page, and the variable name is formatted asset number, and that variable value is coming from our asset number value, and we need to copy and paste back in that path. Okay, so we have that split happening after that third backslash, and we save that path. And then the action to run after this now will be run filling page. And this is going to become our display page info action. So now that's running after our last sequential action, which is now 4.5. So all that should be good. And then if we go back into action number 4, the action to run after action number 4 now is action 4.5. So all we've done is we've split out creating that variable. It looks like that might have been an issue with getting the variable into the URL. So if we go back to open URL, our formatted asset number is still the variable that we want here. And if we go back into OpenSea and let's close this out and reload the page, you can see if this will give us what we're looking for now. Extension, and at least the styling of the extension is working as we expected. So it's floating, it has about 20 pixels around all sides. We have that black background and it's 400 by 400. So all that is working well. It's displaying the page title. Now let's just see if we're going to get the right view. It looks like now we're getting what we want. So we just needed to split out creating that variable in Bildr into 2 steps, which is totally fine. And now we can see that we have our rarity view in 1 click from OpenSea. Let's try it with a different collection. So we can close this. Let's pick a point here. Just going to reload that so Chrome extension will do this as well. And so let's see. CryptoPunk number 4627. Can you check that rarity in 1 click? Looks like we can. Awesome. So everything's working now as expected. Just to take a step back into that change that we made, all we did was we split out that variable from action number 4 to action number 4.5 to get that formatted asset number. So it probably just wasn't loading because it was within that same action and happening simultaneously instead of 1 step at a time. And so now our action number, or sorry, our asset number is being loaded up into that URL for us at the end of it. Huge shout out to Mark and the team over at Bildr for their guidance in getting this tutorial together and for developing such a powerful an intuitive platform with Bildr. It's definitely been fun to use to build Chrome extensions, which is something from a no code perspective I did not think would be on the horizon so soon. So it's been really fun to test out Bildr and see what we can do building these Chrome extensions. And congrats to you for building your first Chrome extension with Bildr, and we can't wait to see what you build next.